Good afternoon, guys. This is test subject number 4. Do not ask me what happened to the previous because that is a highly classified government information. So today will be a deeper dive onto my first video regarding the supplementation that I will be taking for documenting my project to see if I can completely alleviate the nuances of carpal tunnel and nerve damage. So this will be done through targeting specific components regarding brain activity like neural outgrowth, myelination, and focusing on BDNF growth factor stimulation, which are key necessary activities of the brain to run through its regenerative and neuronal connective improving processes. So these components are important because not only do they help with neurogenesis, connection of new neuronal axons, improve plasticity, they can help assist with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. So I will be taking a holistic approach which targets multiple overlapping pathways to try to address my injury condition situation. So not only will I be focused on the body aspect of things, but also there will be a deeper focus on the cognitive processes side of things. The holistic approach that I am taking is based on the knowledge that I've gathered regarding the human body and mind, along with key essential nutrients that would boost performance of the mind and body that would be best to address the injury situation to allow the body to run through its processes of healing and regeneration. So the pathways that are going to be addressed here are going to be nerve myelination, which is nerve repair, inflammation control, tissue synthesis, and musculoskeletal support. So as you can see, we will attempt to address this from a multitude of different ways. So to begin, I will explain the supplementation, what it does, and its reference to me utilizing it as part of this documentation. So we begin with the peptide aspect of things. So the peptides and the compound mixture right here. So that's going to be the TB500, BPC157, GHKCU, and KPV. So that is designed for regenerative purposes, targeting tissue repair, inflammation reduction, and recovery. So what the so just to kind of explain what each one does as part of the four components of that peptide mixture. So the TB500 regulates actin polymerization for cell structure and motility, promoting cell migration, angiogenesis, which is new blood vessel growth, and anti-inflammatory effects, enhancing tissue flexibility and remodeling. So the relevant to my documentation, so this supports soft tissue repair and repetitive motion injuries like the rotator cuffs and biceps, partial thickness tear, by accelerating muscle/tendon healing and reducing stiffness. So it helps nerve function indirectly through better circulation, inflammation control, which helps improvements in mobility, pain, and nerve regeneration over time. So that's going to be the TB500 part of things. So the BPC157. So that's going to be the body protection compound 157. And its primary roles stimulate growth factors, collagen production, and angiogenesis, which protects against oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, and promotes overall tissue integrity. So the relevance to the experiment, it directly targets tendon, ligaments, muscle repair, and it makes it key for my situation. It also shows promise in a nerve regeneration, axon growth, which will also be key in allowing me to kind of document reductions in neuropathy, which is nerve damage, like tingling, numbness, and enhanced healing synergy with the other nutrient groups. So we have now the GHKCU copper. So that primary role of that is to boost collagen production and elastin synthesis. So it modulates a process called metalloproteinasis for tissue remodeling. So it provides antioxidants, anti-inflammatory benefits, activating repair genes. So the relevance to the experiment, it improves connective tissue quality, supporting long-term rotator cuff biceps durability, It complements nerve and skin repair, helping me to basically log better outcomes in tissue regeneration. And then last we have the KPV, which is basically a alpha MSH derivative with strong anti-inflammatory properties, and it also has strong antimicrobial properties also. And it helps to stabilize mast cells to reduce excessive immune responses. So that relevance to my documentation is it controls chronic inflammation that would possibly worsen an injury and neuropathy. And so it prevents flare-ups during healing, and it allows for clear documentation of the peptide efficiency as far as dealing with my symptoms. So that's going to be the this side of things here. And then we have the NAD plus, which is extremely crucial for mitochondrial health. It's an extremely important nutrient that your brain utilizes in the process of neurogenesis and correcting certain axons and neurons, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away now. Okay, so we have gone over the peptide side of things and the NAD plus side of things that helps promote mitochondrial health. So next we're going to go to the vitamins, minerals, and amino acid and nutrients that I will be taking along with the peptide nutrients. So now what we have here, so we have the zinc. So the essential role of zinc is a essential mineral for immune function, protein and DNA synthesis, enzyme activity, and antioxidant defense in cell divisions and wound healing. So the relevance to my documentation is basically this helps accelerate tissue repair phases. So it helps with collagen formation in certain tendons and support nerve health. So this can be grouped with this supplementation right here, and that's going to be the L-lysine. So the reason it can be grouped with the L-lysine is for immune synergy, which basically helps document inflammation, faster recovery from the injury. So like I was speaking about, next we do have the L-lysine. In the primary roles for the L-lysine, just to make sure you guys can see that. So the primary roles for the L-lysine, it is an essential amino acid for protein synthesis, collagen production, calcium absorption, and immune support. So it acts as a building block for tissues. And its relevance to my basically my documentation is basically it enhances a connective tissue repair and basically tendons, muscles, and basically has antiviral effects. So paired with zinc, like I was speaking of earlier, it helps in tracking improvements in strength and nerve integrity. So those are going to be the two that I usually start out with, 4 a.m. to about 9 a.m. here. So we're going to go off to the B vitamins here. I'm just going to go ahead and place all of them there so you guys can go ahead and take a look at this. Okay. All right, so we have the B vitamins here. So vitamin B6, its primary role, it is a coenzyme in amino acid metabolism. It's a neurotransmitter synthesis. and it has glycogen breakdown properties. Basically, it has antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. So obviously, the relevance to my documentation, it helps support nerve metabolism and signaling, which potentially alleviates certain nerve damage, especially when grouped with other B vitamins, especially like a vitamin I'm actually going to mention. It's going to be the phosphatidylserine. That's going to be one of the vitamins that I do take along with these B vitamins to help. But just to kind of go back to the B vitamins here, uh, not to lose my place here as I was speaking. So next we have the folic acid, vitamin B9. So that is vital for DNA and RNA synthesis, red blood cell formation, um, basically supporting cell growth and repair, and its relevance to my document, it helps aid in myelination and nerve repair, which basically contributes to reduce stress and reduce neuropathy, nerve damage symptoms. So that's going to be the folic acid here. We have the vitamin B6, vitamin B9, folic acid, and then we have here the methylcobalamin, and that's going to be the vitamin B12. So with that, it is essential for myelin sheath maintenance, red blood cell production, and nerve cell survival, which are usually involved in energy metabolism. So it's relevant to my documentation. It directly promotes nerve regeneration and remyelination through neurogenesis and many other processes. Okay, so those are the B vitamins here. So for purposes of focusing on the phosphatidylserine, we will go ahead and just leave it by itself here. Okay. So the phosphatidylserine, its primary roles, it is a phospholipid. It's a sort of oil for cell membrane integrity, especially in nerves. So it helps regulate cortisol. It supports neurotransmission and reduces inflammation. So it's relevant to my experience, my documentation. It protects nerves from stress and damage. So it's vital for neuronal structure, communication, and neurotransmitter release. So as you can see, some of the contents here. You got phosphatidylserine, you have ginkgo biloba, gotu kola, rosemary leaf extract. And that kind of leads me into the next nutrient here. Since we're over here and we're talking about adaptogenic herbs, we can go ahead and lead the way with one of the best adaptogenic herb supplements in existence, especially in my opinion. So rhodiola rosea. So obviously you have to make sure it's a minimum 3% rosavins and 1% psyllid rosides. So I will be putting the phosphatidylserine away now. So this is actually part of that cognitive processor group. So I take these supplements all together. So like I was saying, that's from 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. that I'll take at least one pill of each one of those all together. So the vitamin B's, the phosphatidylserine, and the rhodiola rosea. And it's probably my favorite group of nutrients to take. Okay, so from there, we're going to go ahead and go into group 3. So this is around 12 p.m. to about 7 p.m. Um, but before we even do that, let me just kind of go into a little bit more detail regarding the rhodiola rosea. Like I was saying, it's actually my favorite herb. So it's a adaptogenic herb that reduces fatigue, enhances mental and physical performance. It modulates stress hormones. It has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. And this adaptogenic herb targets the body with a holistic approach to help assist and regulate its entirety as a whole. So relevance to my documentation is it supports recovery from chronic stress, reduces inflammation, and boosts endurance, which can be essential in getting your body moving in a efficient direction. So that's going to be it for the rhodiola rosea, my favorite. Okay, so now we can go ahead and head into the group number 3 here. So I usually take this around 12 p.m. to about 7 p.m. as I was saying. So give me one moment here. Okay, so we have the turmeric now as part of the third group here. And then we have the vitamin D3 and also the calcium. So turmeric allows for a better absorption of the vitamin D3 oils. So that's why I kind of pair them together. So just to kind of begin, let's just go ahead and start with the turmeric. So turmeric is a strong anti-inflammatory antioxidant, and it inhibits certain pathways. So it provides pain relief and tissue protection. So this is one of the most effective supplementations that I do take in terms of reducing any types of pain. So we have the turmeric here. And then from there, we'll go into the vitamin D3. The vitamin D3 regulates calcium, uh, phosphorus, so it supports bone health, immune modulation, and anti-inflammatory actions. So its relevance to the documentation, it helps promote musculoskeletal repair, which provides the body with necessary lipids. So there's multiple uses of the vitamin D3 as a couple of different nutrients to go with it. Okay, and now we move on to the calcium. So the primary role of the calcium, it is key for bone structure, muscle contraction, nerve transmission, and clotting. So it supports tissue mineralization. Its relevance to my document, it aids in tendon remodeling. Grouped with turmeric, it helps contribute to logging better structural healing and preventing any types of weakness. So that's calcium. So that's the final and the third group here. And then we're going to move on to the last group. And that's going to involve magnesium and cod liver oil. So first, we will actually be on towards the magnesium side. So magnesium is a cofactor in enzymatic reactions. It helps regulate muscle nerve function and energy production and inflammation reduction. So relevance to this documentation, it helps support collagen synthesis and nerve signaling. So with that, we go to cod liver oil. And cod liver oil, so it is a omega-3 EPA DHA. It involves vitamin A and vitamin D. And its primary roles are anti-inflammatory omega-3s, which modulate immune responses. So it helps support vision, immunity, and bone health. So its relevance to my documentation, it reduces neuroinflammation and joint pain. It's a very essential and very useful nutrient that I utilize. And now here we're gonna go ahead and speak about some couple extra nutrients here. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the hydrolyzed collagen. So I'm going to be taking that with the last group along with the magnesium and cod liver oil. And I'm also going to be taking the creatine along with that too. And make a shake out of that. So with the hydrolyzed collagen, so it's a bioavailable peptide from collagen. So it helps support joints, tendons, skin, and gut integrity. So it helps provide amino acids like glycine. And its relevance to my documentation, it boosts tendon repair and repetitive motion types of injuries, and it is synergistically applicable with the GHKCU for connective tissue regeneration. It's going to be the hydrolyzed collagen. As you guys can see, I'm using a series of different peptides to try to initiate nerve repair. Lastly, we have the creatine monohydrates. So that helps with boosting ATP regeneration for energy, muscle protein synthesis, and cell hydration. And it also helps support strength and recovery. And it's relevant to my documentation, and it preserves muscles during injury, and it aids in increasing strength gains and faster rehab from rotator cuff injuries. Yeah, so with that, those are my key nutrients and the key peptides that I will be utilizing in my documentation. Just to remind you guys, if you do decide to utilize the peptides, make sure you are dealing with a facility that is properly licensed and has the proper credentials and does business with the properly licensed compounding pharmacies. I truly hope with all that I am doing, I can make an impact on my situation, so I can inform anyone that may be going through my or similar situation can have a blueprint to where they can start to improve their condition. So thank you guys for listening. And once again, this is test subject 4, and I wish you guys the best of luck.